Mackenzie Johnston with Cattle News Central, bringing you your December 29th cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by AgRisk Advisors. They provide risk management programs to livestock producers all throughout the West. Whether you're concerned about price or weather risk, AgRisk Advisors, they are here to help. With current day market fluctuations, you and I both know there is nothing more important than locking in a price floor on your cattle. So if you'd like to learn more about an LRP, reach out to an advisor today. Also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you'd like to learn how to preg check, or if you'd like to start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School, they are the way to go. Almost every week they are hosting classes anywhere from Texas to Tennessee. If you would like to check out their schedule, head on over to circle5cowschool.com. That is the number 5 in there. Or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. According to Shaylee Stewart with DTN Progressive Farmer, there are various factors that support live cattle staying at or above the 140 market for the April contract. But as we all know, things can be turned upside down overnight when it comes to the cattle markets. So let's look at the positives that could keep April at 140 or higher. First off, feedlots, they are incredibly current. According to Stewart, through November, processing speeds ran extremely aggressive and averaged a kill of 639,411 head per week, which includes that shortened week during Thanksgiving. Secondly, the latest cattle on feed report that came out last week, Thursday, showed us that year over year placements are up 4%. So of course, when you first hear that, a person would think that number would drag April live cattle down, but the weight breakdown of those placements tells the true story. Due to drought, a significant amount of wheat pasture was not available for grazing, so there was a gob of lighter feeder cattle that were placed in feedlots last month when they weren't able to graze that wheat pasture. Stewart explained that feeders weighing under 600 pounds, 600 to 699 pounds, and 700 to 799 pounds all saw a year-over-year increase in numbers. However, heavier weighted feeders stayed steady. So even though placement saw a significant increase, it was just lighter feeder cattle, and that will not put pressure on the April live cattle market, and of course will after April. Next, demand is expected to stay strong both domestically and internationally. Beef exports hit record highs this year, as we all know, and going into 2022, exports are expected to remain steady or even increase a bit. As of today, the United States has exported 2.58 billion pounds of beef, said Stewart. That number is up 21% compared to last year, with the 3 largest buyers being China, South Korea, and Japan. With all of these bullish factors supporting the live cattle market, Stewart believes there is a strong chance that April will trade at 140 or even higher. But with that being said, we have to look at the other side of the coin, the bearish factors. A person cannot ignore all the optimism that is already built into the market and that it's never just easy sailing, said Stewart. If there's anything we have learned in the last few years, it's that the cattle market is just one major tragedy away from everything being blown apart. One of the biggest factors that will determine how the April contract plays out is how aggressive the packers are when it comes to processing speeds between now and April, and how they get cattle bought. According to Stewart, if packers are able to get cattle bought next spring and easily commit them to the deferred delivery, then the spot market will suffer, and the market's ability to achieve true price discovery will once again be hindered. If you do not already follow Shaylee Stewart, I encourage you all to do so. She does a fantastic job of talking about the cattle markets every week. Politico has reported that Democrats in Washington are currently biting at the bit to bolster more money for climate and disaster relief and farm bill talks that will now take place in 2022. The farm bill might be their best chance to significantly increase funding for agriculture-related climate programs after Biden's Build Back Better bill failed. The current farm bill will expire in 2023. That is renewed every 5 years, in case you're not aware of that. Farm bill negotiations are set to begin in the coming weeks. Democrats are hoping to secure support from agricultural groups that would then press Republicans to pay for farmer-friendly climate programs if the GOP takes control before the deadlines. So essentially, the Democrats are looking ahead. They're worried that they may lose the House next fall. So they're trying to play their cards right and get as much spending done as possible within the Farm Bill and somehow get the Republicans to stand behind it. The problem with this plan is that Republicans are against the Biden administration's move to have USDA take a big role in fighting climate change. They have shown noticeable resistance to programs that provide direct payments and grants to farmers to voluntarily adopt greener practices. So heading into 2022, that will definitely be something to keep tabs on, the Farm Bill and all the spending that Democrats just want to pack in that. According to Rachel Gable with the Fence Post magazine, the mask mandate in Denver, Colorado has been extended, so that means there will be a mask mandate in place during the National Western Stock Show here in January. Gable does believe that the mandate will be lightly enforced. She spoke about the mandate on the Fence Post Facebook page yesterday. She went live and gave her opinion on the mandate, and then she also talked about the history and what the National Western Stock Show is all about, and us in agriculture, how these events are big, you know, to the common public, showing what we do and how we treat our animals humanely. Anyways, long story short, she basically just talks about how it's important, the Western Stock Show, how it's important for our culture and how it's important for us to essentially tell our story. So if you have not gotten the chance to check out that video, it is on the Fence Post magazine Facebook page. I encourage you all to head over there. With that is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. The weather was absolutely beautiful here. It was great to spend time with my family, slow down a little bit. That's always appreciated. But my gosh, has it gotten frigid here in central Nebraska. I can't really complain though. We have been spoiled so far this winter, so a little bit of cold is expected, but again, it is going to take a while to get used to. Have yourself a great day, and I'll catch you later.